So it's really difficult to catch him because he is so fast. Every time he's working because of the intention. So what is your intention, Carrie, in living in this beautiful place?
This beautiful region called Intag. I came here within the first year that I lived in Ecuador, so more than 12 years ago, and was just taken by the beauty of the cold, clear, rocky rivers and green mountainsides, and I said, I want to live here one day. And so I began almost immediately looking for what I thought was a very small property, somewhere where I could live and hear the sound of the river and spend my savings very frugally and grow food and some of my food or most of it or whatever. And it was such a learning experience to see all these different properties, and nothing ever met the description that was in my mind, and I never found anything. I looked for years, and at the time there was no only a very poor gravel road into the area, and so every time I'd come back to Cotacachi, where I lived, to come in on, and anyway, never found anything. And once I visited this farm. I was looking for 2 to 4 hectares, and this was 30 hectares. And I had a great day, but it didn't even make any kind of list, short list or whatever. And then almost 2 years later, someone I knew said, "Hey, I know this farm in Intag for sale." And I didn't even ask any details. I just said, "Oh, let's go see it." When I came the second time, when I was brought to this place the second time, I got the download. And the download was, survival is too small a goal for you. You have the opportunity to create a living example of regenerative, sustainable agriculture that doesn't work with agrotoxicos. Even though the funds that I had, basically the total price of the farm, and I didn't know what would happen after that, I said yes. Everything else worked out after that.
So we are just taking the video of Celine and Carrie that they are preparing themselves to go into the hive. So this is a proper preparation not to get sting.
Oh, brood! Holy bajoli! Can't take this out. Look at this. Wow. Babies. That's babies on a honey super. This hive is so productive. It needs more space. Look at that. Pure honey. Giving attention to and knowing what's going on and enhancing the biological life of the soil. We need to get the poisons out of our food. We need to create food that's nutrient dense. I have a degree in agronomy from a land-grant university in the United States. I don't know that I was ever told in 4 years of studying agriculture that all green plants give away through their roots up to 50% of the simple sugars. Why? This doesn't sound like survival to me. This sounds like insanity, or there's something I don't understand here. They're feeding the microorganisms in the ground. Those microorganisms are then living and dying and being eaten by other organisms and releasing in the rhizosphere, the area right around the roots, exactly what the plant needs in terms of soluble nutrition. So it has this nutrition 24 hours a day, and it produces food that's so much more nutritious than what modern conventional agriculture is producing, that it's almost incomparable. So we give attention to that life in the soil, and the life in the soil works together with the plants that live above the soil and in the soil, celebrating the opportunity to explore these possibilities and rediscover ancient things and add our investigative capabilities to prove those things, and then being able to demonstrate them to neighbors and beyond, something that really works that they can then take to their own places. And
name is Finca Abundancia.
Finca Abundancia.
Abundancia.
But if you think of the Spanish word alone, and you listen to it with English-speaking ears, you hear other elements there as well. Yes, it means abundance in Spanish, right? Abundancia. So there's an English word, boon, which is not used very much, but occasionally you'll hear it. The early spring rains were a boon. Right. It means something that gives an advantage to, something that helps and augments the effort of. So there's that element there. What's the other word that you hear with abundancia? Dance. So I say we celebrate the opportunity.
Silver bells, it's smoothie time in the country. Yeah, ba 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 boo boo boo.
And then the very end part of that word is something that we will say to each other from time to time, and as a parting statement, we'll say, "See ya."
See ya.
See ya. So it's as we see discoveries of things that we've never really looked at before, as we see deeply into the true nature of things and the true connection that we have with the earth, that the plants have with the microorganisms, that we have with one another, and realize our true in synchronicity with the world around us and with one another. So that also is conveyed in that word abundancia.
Just one question from me. Like, we visited the other farms today, at least one of them, and then I see one element also. It's very important, just helping or just being part of what they are without expectations. So it's like when we say community, it's so simple word that we used very like granted, but what I see today was just sharing time, free time, without expectations. It's like how is your perception of this community? Because there is community here.
Yeah, I love being able to participate with my neighbors. We have a system of getting things done that didn't exist in North America. We need to work on the roads. We'll call a meeting, and we call it a minga. We're having a minga on Monday. Be there at 7 o'clock with your machete and your shovels, and we're going to do this work, or we're going to build a tire retaining wall, or we're going to clean the roadways. We're going to fix a water system, and we show up. We do it. Everybody in this joyful, participatory, kind of fun environment. Just work together, and we get, so we get to know each other in that realm. But that's not something that some gringo is bringing in as a new idea. Well, let's work together as a community. No, it's always been here. It's part of the culture here. So I'm the newcomer being able to come in and see that and enjoy that and participate.
So many people maybe they want to come and visit you and work with you. How is it possible to reach to you?
I don't spend a lot of time, on my phone,
As we know you,
answering
yes.
people, right? But the easiest way is I am a host on a website that helps place volunteers in different places throughout the world. And there you can find us as a host site there, and can communicate it with us through Workaway. Do I want to open up other ways? Organic Agriculture Teaching Center. We've had groups come from a province or two away, from other local communities, 45 minutes away. We've had permaculture classes here. We really want to entertain people who are serious about this world of regenerative agriculture. And so I've told some workawayers who have made an inquiry about coming, if you travel from one sustainable farm to another with your rubber work boots, you're probably the kind of people we'd want to have here. And if you're not, if you're just seeing everything and having a good time, you're probably not the person that fits here.
Thank you, Kerry.
Surely.